What's up guys, it's Aleks Dayum. So today I'm going to bring you a sick ab workout to get that shredded six pack. So this ab workout doesn't really take much time, which is really important, but it's also very effective at the same time, and that is the absolute best way to train your abs. So the first exercise for the circuit is going to be hanging leg raises. For this you really need to make sure you're not swinging and not using momentum, so you're just bringing up your legs with your abs, and also as you're coming down, do it nice, slow and controlled. Try to keep your legs as straight as possible as well while you're doing this exercise. Now it's a pretty difficult exercise, so I usually do about 8 reps for this, and then what you're going to do is switch over to a variation of leg raises where you're just coming up with your knees. So a similar sort of principle with this one. You need to make sure you're not swinging and not using momentum as much as you can. It's going to be difficult, but as long as you're really feeling your abs, that's the most important part. And you need to make sure you're focusing on the stretch and also the squeeze. So the second exercise for the circuit is going to be abdominal pull-down crunches. So you're going to get a straight bar at the cables and you're going to do crunches with that. So with this you want to come down all the way just before you touch your knees. Don't touch your knees because that's going to break the tension. And then come all the way up to make sure you're really stretching the abs. And as you're coming down, you want to breathe out completely. And as you're coming up, you want to breathe in. That's really important when you're training abs. You need to focus on your breathing, as well as feeling the contraction and the stretch while you're doing the exercises. So the next exercise for the circuit is going to be side twists, and we're going to use the medicine ball. Grab one that's not too heavy, but not too light either, just in the middle, so you can get around 8 to 12 reps, or even 15 if you want to. You want to take the ball all the way down just before it touches the floor. Don't let it touch the floor because again, that's going to break tension. The whole point is you want to keep constant tension on your abs, and this is going to help target more of like your obliques, so your side abs. As I bring the ball down just before it touches the floor, that's when I'm breathing out, and as I'm switching over and pulling it to the other side, that's when I'm breathing in. Alright, so the fourth exercise for the circuit is going to be single arm cable crunches. This is another great exercise for your obliques, so like your side abs and your serratus. So with this, again, you don't need too much of a heavy weight. Make sure it's decently light. Now what I'm trying to do here is keep my wrist, so the handle right next to around my ear, but not touching it. And then you want to come down all the way and try to touch your knee. You don't exactly have to touch your knee, but you want to try get that full range of motion and really focus on that squeeze as you come down. And as you're coming down, you're breathing out. And as you're coming up, you're breathing in. And you want to make sure you do that for every single rep. Your breathing is very, very important when you're training abs, and specifically this exercise. And my knees and my legs are about shoulder width apart. This is a pretty difficult exercise when you first start doing it, but once you get a hang of it, you just need to keep practicing it, and eventually you'll get used to it, and you'll really start to build that mind-muscle connection, and you'll really start to feel it. It's honestly a great exercise if you want to build those obliques. So that's it for the 4 exercises in the circuit. Now take around 30 seconds to 1 minute rest, and then you'll have to go again. And you repeat that 5 times, and that'll be the whole ab workout. So this ab workout is going to be a circuit. So what that means is we're going to do 4 exercises in a row, and there's going to be no rest in between the 4 exercises. So basically you're just going to do 4 exercises in a row, and that's 1 set, and you're going to do that 5 times. So you're going to do 5 sets of the same circuit. Now in terms of the rep range, the lowest you want to go is 8 reps, and I'd say about the highest you'd go for each exercise is around 15 reps. I usually like to keep it between 8 to 12. I usually like to keep my reps between 8 to 12. But sometimes I'll push it to 15. It really just depends on the weight that I'm using. And so once you've done all 4 exercises in a row, you can take about a 30-second to 60-second rest, and then it's time to go again, because you don't need too much rest time in between your ab sessions. You want to make it quick and intense, but you're still hitting them with a lot of reps and a lot of intensity and a lot of frequency. So this ab circuit, I like to do it 3 times a week. make sure there's a decent amount of rest in between the days. So for example, I'll do it on like Monday, I'll do it on Wednesday, and then I'll do it on Saturday again. And I'll do that every single week. So I'm hitting my abs multiple times a week. This honestly doesn't take too long. You can do this in around 20 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes if you're really fast and you're focusing just on that. And if you're taking less shorter rests, like 30 seconds, you can finish this really quick. So it's nice to do just at the end of your workout. For example, if I like train back on a Monday, then I'll just take like 15 minutes at the end of the session just to do this quick ab workout. And it's really effective, but at the same time, it doesn't take much time either. So that's a great benefit about this ab circuit. Another thing with training abs is it's not all about the weight, like how heavy you're pushing. If you can push heavy but still have perfect form and focus on your breathing, then that's perfect. That's exactly what you want. But when you're first starting to train abs, it's better to go lighter to try practice your form better, focus on your breathing, build a better mind and muscle connection with your abs, and also you want to try keep a lower rest time to increase the intensity of the workout so you're pushing your abs to your limits. So now, the most important thing to understand when it comes to abs and how shredded your abs are and how much of a six-pack you have is it's not actually how much you train your abs or how heavy you go or how often you train your abs. It actually comes down to your diet and how low your body fat percentage is. So the lower your body fat percentage is, the more abs you're going to see. Now, the reason is everyone has abs, right? But if you have a layer of fat covering them, then you're not going to be able to see them. So if you train your abs like every single day, but your body fat is too high and they're covering your abs, like your body fat is covering your abs, then you're not going to be able to see them. And it's not like you're training your abs for no reason, but you're training your abs and you're not seeing them, which sucks. So the main thing you need to worry about is your diet, right? So in order to drop body fat, what you're going to have to do is be in a caloric deficit. Now what that means is you have to burn more calories than what you consume. I've actually got a video on nutrition talking about, like, it's basically nutrition 101, exactly what you need to know about how to like lose weight. I'll put like an annotation or I'll leave a link in the description. I'm not too sure yet, but I recommend you go and watch that video so you have a better understanding of how nutrition works and how losing weight and burning fat is actually done. So yeah, this ab workout is great to do, but it needs to be used in conjunction with a caloric deficit. So like being in a diet at the same time, if you really want the best results and if you really want to see your six-pack shredded abs. Now at the moment I'm bulking, but I'm still training abs, and the reason is because I'm still decently low in body fat, so I can see my abs, but also I'm taking advantage of being in this caloric surplus, so I'm gaining muscle to gain more muscle on my abs so that when I do a shred, my abs will look even better, so they'll look like thicker and more blocky, which is what I want. So it's important to train abs both when you're bulking and shredding, in my opinion, so I train them year round. But for those that don't have abs yet or want to get abs, what you need to focus more on is your diet, but also training abs is important at the same time. If you can do them in conjunction and do both together, so diet and train abs, that's going to be the best way to go about it. But the main thing is going to be your diet and getting shredded, so you have to lose body fat. Alright, so that is the end of the ab workout. Make sure you try it out at home and let me know how you go in the comment section below. That is the end of the video. I just want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. And always remember to keep the pump.